In this episode we visit some beautiful islands. The poochies enjoy some great beach walks.
Lovely little bay.
And land walks too. We sail past a salvage operation where a boat's being dragged off the beach. We see a blood moon rising, and we visit some ancient man-made caves. From our anchorage on the north of the island of Elba, we followed the coastline down to Port Anzio. On the east of the island we came across a salvage operation.
Out of the way, Oscar. Nobody wants to see your big head.
Oh, what's he saying?
Looks like a powerboat. I can't see it from here. Zooming in. Oh, it's hard to keep this steady. Rolling ship. Two knots of wind and almost on the nose.
A couple of hours later we arrived here, Porta Roma. Very, very pretty. And there we are, at anchor. It's funny, whenever we're at anchor it's windy, and whenever we're at sea, it's not. I guess that's just the way it goes with sailing. We stayed a couple of nights, but the wind decided it was going to change direction and we had to move around the coast.
Still, that apparently is the prison, and the watchtower is still there. Very, very pretty here.
We travelled south and then west along the bottom of the island, hoping to get to a little anchorage right in the corner here. But when we got there was no space. It was all buoyed off. So we decided to go to Marina del Campo, and we're so glad we did. It was one of the prettiest towns we've been to. There were tree-lined boulevards, and some of the trees were pomegranates. They were all ripe and ready for picking, and if you haven't had fresh pomegranate straight off a tree, well, you just don't know what you're missing. The season's just about over for the Italians at the end of September, but the weather was still warm and the views, well, fantastic. There were a few people about, but it wasn't busy. With the beaches empty, it meant the dogs could run around, and Lulu loves to play ball in the water. It's very rare that we let Oscar off the lead. After all, he's a terrier, If he sees something he wants, he just goes, regardless of how well trained he is.
Lovely little bay. This way, Oz. Come on. No, you can't go on those. Come on.
After nearly 2 weeks on the island, it was time to go. David's been working on his sail trimming, and he's really getting the maximum out of his sails now, thundering along sometimes. We had a fantastic sail down to the next island. Not exactly sure how you pronounce this, but here goes. Giglio? This was a lovely bay, and it's totally protected apart from the north. And where was the wind coming from next? Yep, the north. So we only stayed one night. Right, Oscar George. With strong winds forecast from both the north and the west, we decided to head back to the mainland. And we ended up here, Marina Torino. It was well protected, and we're so glad we made that decision.
You can hear me, but the wind is gusting up to 40 knots. This brand new Doof 43 behind us was delivered yesterday. I don't think the new owners even seen it, but the delivery skipper put those little tiny lines on, and one of them was actually, well, I'll show you. We're okay here, but the Marineros, Capitani, whatever you call them, are in trouble over there with the big trawler yacht, which is broadside onto the wind. They've got 3 of their ribs on it, pushing it sideways while they try and tighten the lines. Let me show you the back of this boat while show you the back of this boat. So I actually took a ball fender off of our boat. We've got spares. If you can see down there, the boat's already hit the dock and the blue line saved it, but there's a nick out the gel coat. We've called the guys over to let them know, but they're dealing with another boat first, so hopefully we've saved this some damage. Yeah. Yeah, the big boat's now moving off. I thought he'd probably do that.
Well, I thought that this chap was just going to reposition himself, but no, the Marineros were actually helping him get the front of his boat round in the wind, and he went to sea in a 40 knot gale. Rather him than me.
Slime line.
So after a couple of days in the marina, which was quite expensive, but they did give us one night free actually, which they didn't have to do, we left in bright and brilliant sunshine and headed out to sea.
Going astern a bit, because those lines.
And our next stop? Well, it was here. Only 30 miles down the coast, but still on the mainland. So we had a quiet couple of days in the Marina at Rome, but you know, itchy feet and all that. So we moved on and headed further south. "30 miles down the coast is Anzio, and this place is steeped in history. From Nero right up to the Second World War, it's been the site of many bloody battles." The following morning we headed out to sea again.
So the island of Ponza. Dark, don't know how well this is going to come out. There's a blood moon rising. Well, it looks bloody fantastic from here. Absolutely amazing. It's like ancient, isn't it? Really old.
This is something cool.
Yeah, I think that's why they built, was to keep cool. They built like this so the sun doesn't get in. What do you think, pups?
Next morning we took the tender out to explore the local caves and the coastline around the bay.
Shush, Lulu. Definitely man-made. What do you reckon, Lou? Think they're man-made? That's where that barrier was,
Yeah,
up the top there, to stop you all falling over the edge. What do you think, pups? certainly them ones around the corner are man-made, but that could be natural.
After over a week at anchor and exploring all around the island, by boat and on the land, it was time to go. We took one final look round the bay and went to say goodbye to our friends. Hang on.
Wave! See you tomorrow. Yeah. See you later.
Well, these have been some of the most fantastic islands that we've visited. The Italian islands of Ponza, Elba and Giglio. They're unspoilt. Yeah, they're busy in the summer, but there really are unspoilt places left in the world. Fantastic. We really enjoyed it. And as they say, all good things come to an end. So, where are we heading now? And that, as they say, is it for another year. Or is it?
We make these videos for you, share our journeys. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook.
Sail safe.